Hello everyone, peace be with you. Welcome to this Jacko Club's production. Today we are going to be jumping into the much beloved fantastical world of Tamriel. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for being here. Please consider liking, subscribing, and ringing the bell button for notifications if you do. You can find us on various social media platforms linked in the description below. Without further ado, let's get into it. I'm not going to talk too much about this exact issue. Kind of same thing on that whole kind of thing I'm going to talk about and not going to talk about on here, at least on the gaming side of things. Who knows, maybe we'll start another discussion podcast elsewhere for these sorts of things. But trying to keep it a general principles for right now. Yeah, we're talking, I'm an educator, I work at a school. I'm also an American and a Boy Scout. I'm an Eagle Scout, I'm a veteran. So I've been around guns my whole life, and that is somewhere where in the United States, especially right now, and all across the world, there's a big debate being had on freedom versus security. There's a different one going on in Skyrim. In this case, it is freedom to religion to an extent, and also the private good versus the public good. Is it right for the Empire to be able to help people to not worship Thanos, and is it worth it to avoid a war, to avoid dying at all? Should if it is, should they punish people for breaking those rules, and if so, how much? And are those punishments because they deserve it, or is it only for a broader cause? All those things are very interesting and important elements to discuss in their own right. But we're mostly going to be focusing on the broader context in general on this stream. That being said, we do have some Skyrim to play while we do that, and right now we have just arrived at the town of Iverstead. Late at night, we probably want to find an inn. Right, I do that right around a guard. Talk about, you know, private citizens owning weapons. Just pulling it out right in front of the guard there. I'm sure that did not make him feel very comfortable. I'm thinking. Yeah, so we'll play a little bit of the game and come back to that maybe while we make the climb up to the Greybeards.
We don't get many visitors through. If I were you, I'd keep away from the barrow on the east side of town. It's haunted.
Oh? Well, we can't just leave that there. No more about the barrow.
There's more to tell. They're haunted, and you should stay away. Look, I've seen one of the spirits with my very own eyes. When it glared at me, I swear it burned right through my soul.
Do the spirits haunt your town as well?
They seem to be sticking to the barrow. I think they're guarding it. Certainly isn't helping my business any. Who'd want to rent a room anywhere near a haunted barrow?
Alright, stream. Anyone watching right now that feels like participating? Should we investigate the barrow, or should we leave it be? Is it any of our business? You know, this town's out in the middle of nowhere. On the other hand, we're the Dovahkiin. We crave adventure and we like to help people. To be honest, we don't have a lot else going on. We don't have a home. Maybe we should. What do you think? I'll give you all a second to answer that question. See if anyone's interested in answering the question. I'll just do what I think would be most interesting for the stream. Do it. Okay. We got a response. We should investigate the barrel.
Anything you can do.
Off we go. I don't think I need to know anything about Higher Hrothgar. Maybe, you know, it'd probably be good to get some a local actually.
The Greybeards are a solitary lot. I don't think they've ever ventured outside their monastery. We get the occasional pilgrim passing through here on their way to the summit, but almost all of them have returned disappointed.
Well, we are not the average adventurer. The average adventurer could not have survived Helgen, so we're gonna try it. And they call to us, so also kind of up to them to make it possible for us. Get a little bit more on the barrow.
About a year or two ago, some fella named Windelius came through. Said he was some kind of a treasure hunter. I warned him not to go in there, just like I warned you. The very next night we heard screams from the barrow, and that was it. never saw him again.
Well, we don't, to be fair, we don't know if he's actually
Your eyes
dead.
open in the barrel.
He could just be
That's gonna
trapped in
get
there.
you.
You don't look like a
We don't get
pilgrim.
many.
Probably
Sure
do want to
thing.
find a place to sleep
Yours for
first,
a
though,
day.
before we do anything else.
I'll show you to your room.
Is there a bard
Right
here?
this way.
I don't know. You're talking to me.
What do you want?
I don't
Clinic
know.
brings
What do you
food
want?
supplies up to them once every few
I was the
weeks,
one who
when
started
weather
talking.
permits it. Other than that, they seem like a quiet lot. Don't really know too much about them.
Okay, so someone makes the journey up every week. That's was a lot less dangerous than what the bartender was telling us.
Pardon me, my lord. Would you care to hear me play my lute? Play
I
the
would.
lute.
While
If
we're
you
here?
want to hear something, it only costs 5 gold.
Oh, we could be a little bit flirty, or we can just go with it. Don't know if it's really, well, I don't know. Dragonborn's still a little bit of adventure, but at the same time, you know, we're doing a lot of other side quests today, so why not?
Why, thank you. You're very kind. Still interested? Thank you, my lord.
Yeah. Play a song for us. Do a little bit of flirting, have a little bit of fun.
No.
Doesn't always need to be a future
If
for
I could sweep her away from
we
the
just
demon,
need to
You're looking a bit
do
under
such
the weather.
modestly.
who has so much
Oh
to
yeah, I did get a bear fever, didn't I?
Clinic is doing just fine. You should follow your heart.
Perhaps one day, but not today.
Which bit? This one's. You can play the lute while we get a nice 8 hours of sleep. Where are you?
Here for work? Get an axe and bring me all the wood you can chop.
I'm
Just
okay,
get out,
actually.
You should probably be in
Why
bed.
is
You're looking a bit
she didn't say anything about a bear? I don't know why he's giving me the option to ask her if we're having a bear problem, but I don't think I'm going to.
I've got work to do.
A very
You don't
pleasant
look
woman.
like a pilgrim. Why bother visiting Iverstead?
I already talked to you after you asked me that last time. You didn't let me explain myself, so we are going to expect you to let us do it this time. So people said that we should investigate the barrel. Talk about investigation.
I can't see you, Rada. I can't find you. Why are you hiding? Hiding. Hide, hide, hide. Don't make me sad.
Okay, well, we were right about this guy needing a little bit of help, I'd say.
Rada was here, then gone. Went to gather plants and never came home. Nope, nope. Everyone looked and no one could find her. Wilhelm said she'll be back. Told Narfi not to worry. Rada will come back. With father, I said goodbye. With mother, I said goodbye. Rada leaves and Narfi can't say goodbye. Makes Narfi very, very sad. Narfi needs Rada to say goodbye.
As of course.
Oh,
Let's give him
thank you.
something to
Divine
lift up his
bless your
day.
kind heart.
Oh, being EO Scout, do a good turn
Listen,
daily.
Rada, tell him that Narfi misses her.
Looks like something went.
Soon, very soon. Soon, soon like the moon.
He likes to rhyme. Good man. Something tragic happened to their abode. We can't seem to find Narfi, so... I mean Rada. Narfi's his name. You can't actually, I know from playing Skyrim before, you can find her body somewhere. We'll see if there's an opportunity for that to happen organically. If not, we'll just leave it at him getting that gold piece. Now, put it over here. And we said we'll level up after we get out of Iverstead, just for a better flow. And we'll keep to that, we'll include this in that.
It's a Nordic rune, thousands of years old.
Figure as much. Like someone's unearthed these skeletons. At least I don't know why someone would do that and not cover them back up unless they came in like that. That being said, it does seem like people are concerned that this place is haunted. Oh, Dragoro. Are no doubt about. Yep, that's oh, not what we were expecting. Delius. I'm not really one to take orders from ghosts. In the world of Skyrim, that could be many different things. Something demonic, a soul trap between worlds, sorts of things. Still talking, but I can't hear him. Do something funky with these levers in order to get out of here. Okay. Owie! That doesn't seem very reasonable. How as if someone pulled that one first? Why would you do that? I don't know. And like, it's an effective trap at the same time. Like, if that one doesn't contribute to success, booby trap only works if someone happens to pull that one before they figure the others out. That opens that. This switches the two. Also switches the two. No one functions independently. Kinda got lucky, kinda figured it out. That's closed behind us, but shouldn't need it, right? And take whatever's in here. One path down that way. And there's also a locked door over here. All the doors are locked. We have Uthgar to watch our back, so we shouldn't be too... We find a turn our back on the ghost. Oh, what's in here? There we go. Got it even with that disease we have that makes work a lot better. Yep. I'm gonna be careful there that Uthgar didn't. Before we got another lock. An adept. Anyone watching the stream, let me know. What do you feel about how do you feel about ghosts in real life? Do you think ghosts exist? And if so, what are they? Oh, okay. I would, to be fair, Uthgar, I was as careful with you as you were with me. Want her to get up before we move on. Looking at that question reminded me I forgot to bring the golden claw back to her. Well, we should do that on our way back. Okay. Someone did not want anyone getting in here. Not a lot of draggers though, so these undead weren't perhaps as bad as other people. As we're about to see, quite ironic of him to say that, because he is himself hiding among the undead. He should have taken his own advice, though I didn't, and it worked out pretty well for me. So far. Let's hope that continues. Possible, based on the lack of Draugr, that people in this burial place may actually have deserved to be so protected. Steel Imperial gauntlets. Very nice. Are Ingrid again. Sadly, there's not a vendor between us and High Hrothgar, so we may just have to.
We've stopped. What is it?
Over to.
What do you need to take?
I don't think I have one of these. I do not. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we will need to come back here at a later date. The door can only be opened with a claw. We don't have the right one for this. I gotta check. Recall him having left a journal. Maybe in that journal we'll mention where the claw was. I've set up camp inside the barrow. This has to be the place. According to all my research, the burial chamber should be located here. All I need is some time to undisturbed to find the claw. It must be hidden here somewhere. 7 days later. And a close call today with that fool Wilhelm. That is, for anyone who was watching a little bit earlier, knows that to be the innkeeper. He came close to entering the barrow, but I was able to scare him off by rattling some pottery shards in a bag. These people are far too not quite what he wrote. Far too superstitious for their own good. Gives me an idea. 3 days later. After a few failures, I come up with a mixture that should do the trick. The glow is perfect. It should look exactly like one of the supposed spirits the people of Iverstead believe is haunting this barrow. Going to test it out tomorrow. After the next day, he said success. It worked better than I could have imagined. All I had to do was wander about the entrance to the barrow at night and wave my arms about. I had to stop myself from laughing aloud as they ran away. This should keep them at bay while I continue searching for the claw. Almost half a year has passed and no sign of the claw or any clues as to its whereabouts. This is becoming maddening. It has to be here. Can't risk hiring any assistants, so I'll have to continue alone. Well, I guess we did see from the guy who stole the golden claw that assistance wasn't good enough for him to get through. Doesn't look like they betrayed him. It isn't here. It can't be here. This isn't right. It must be the people of Iverstead. It must be onto my ruse, and they're toying with me. They want to find the burial chamber on their own accord and keep the riches for themselves. 18th of Evening Star, another month, same year. Why? Why are they tormenting me? Why not just destroy me? Who am I? My head is becoming clouded. I can't remember anything. I have to read my journal to remember my purpose. Am I a part of this tomb? Am I meant to guard it? What's becoming of me? Another entry. Not dated right at all. It's dated in the First Era, 1050. They shall not take away my treasure. They shall all pay dearly for their crimes, and who set forth within these walls will taste my wrath, my power. I am the guardian of Shroud Hearth Barrow. All who oppose me will fall. It looks like this guy spent so much time here that he went insane. You could tell by how early he dated that first entry. He no longer believed himself to have been from the Fourth Era, but to have actually been buried here in the First Era, with all the bodies buried here. I guess that could happen if one was trapped down here for that long, though I also gotta say, like, spent that many months in this tomb. Like, this is like a one room kind of deal, guy. Like, there's not only one room, but there's not that many places you could be looking. If you got that many months to look around, you probably should have realized that it's time to give up. And I don't know that his mind could have been so unfortified that he went totally mad in that amount of time. But to be fair, we're also talking about a thief here. Often those who engage in thievery are not renowned for being of stoutest mind. Often how they end up there. Well, perhaps Barkeep Wilhelm will know what to do. And he could have spent about a month in each of the rooms that he was here for, looking for that claw, and it clearly wasn't here. He's pretending to be a ghost. It's not like he couldn't have found his way outside sometimes. Got a little bit of fresh air. Even just come up here. But it does go to show just how important, like, personal connection is. It's one thing if you're a hermit, specifically there to strengthen their mind for that sort of thing. But if you're not, bound to have one heck of an effect on you.
You drink.
Alright, what's going on, buddy? Oh. Tell us about Narfi. But we can't get anything out about...
Here, take a look
Bro.
at this.
Oh,
Some
no.
of the Jarl's men
I didn't
came by
mean to
and
do
left
that, but I guess we have a bounty letter now. Okay. First watchtower. I guess we'll take them up on that. Why not? But alright, now first we gotta go with the Greybeards, and I must have missed something because usually when you go to Wilhelm after exploring the Barrow, look at all those. So what did we miss in the Barrow? I'm gonna turn that on and see if it gives us a marker and go back to him. Not seeing here anything that would let me get the claw from Willem. Maybe it bugged out. I don't know, and to be honest, I don't care that much. We got rid of the threat to the people of the city. Probably just more loot. Well, there is probably a shout down there, which it is unfortunate we're not going to get. But it is what it is.
Greybeard's expecting some supplies?
Honestly, I'm not certain. I've yet to be allowed into the monastery. Perhaps one day. You're a good friend. Here, take this. You'll like it.
I'm a good
Passing
friend.
through on your way to High Hrothgar?
I've never met
About
this
to make
man.
a delivery up there
I
myself.
appreciate it. I guess what goes around came around regarding Narfi.
Mostly food supplies like dried fish
Sure, we had
and
a
salted
prom,
meats.
so what kind of
You
things
know,
do you want
things that
to
keep fresh for a long
bring
time.
up there?
The Greybeards tend not to get out much, if you catch my meaning. Well, it's kind of an understanding between us. I mean, it just wouldn't feel right to charge them for a bit of preserved food. Trouble is, my legs aren't what they used to be, and climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll.
You do that. I'm already going up
Well, that
there.
would be
That's what
kind
I was
of you.
thinking when I approached him.
Here, take this bag of supplies.
Another
At the
example of
top
what
the
goes around
steps, you'll
comes
see
around.
The offering chest. Just leave the bag inside, and you're done. Well,
Anything
there's
I
the
should watch out
occasional
for?
wolf pack or stray, but that's all I've ever had to deal with. Shouldn't be a problem for the likes of you. Other than that, watch your footing. In these wintry conditions, the stairs can be treacherous.
Real question here is who is being treacherous? That's a very different take than the bartender gave me, but he also does seem a little bit flighty based on his reaction to not Ghost of Ghost. This is you get the idea. The Ghost of the
I've been to
Barrow.
the monastery many times, but I've never even laid eyes on one of the Greybeards. Not that I'd care to. Being masters of the Thuum, they could kill you by uttering a single word.
That seems like a good
Well,
man. It makes
not
sense
they
that he's
would.
just going
They seem
around
peaceful, but I wouldn't want to provoke
throwing
'em.
some love out to the world. Give us those 2 gold coins.
Careful up
Makes a
there.
little bit more sense now, and makes me a little bit less trepidatious about taking his advice and not expecting as much trouble as perhaps the barkeep would suggest. We're definitely gonna make the climb undeterred, or no matter what. But good thinking. It's still always good to be careful. Looks like a bear got the best of a couple bandits over there. Not that I mind that, but again, well, he's a pretty, yeah, he's a fair way off the path. I don't think we gotta mess with him. Let's level up now. We do it right after we got out of Iverstead, and here we are on our way finally up to meet the Greybeards. I'm gonna say do stamina. Been using the most. Ooh, health as well. I don't know why our oh, it's because we have the name. Something more practical. I know we haven't really been practicing it, but I want to be able to start upgrading our armor. So, it's steel smithing, so we can come back down, we can do a little bit of that. I think we have everything we need to be ready to make this climb. What a great video that was. Hope you'll consider checking out our various other accounts in the description below. We put out uplifting content 7 days a week. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed it. There's a lot more awesome content on the way. May you be there to see it. May God bless and keep you, and may we all live in eternal communion.